The question I'm going to ask today, Dad, Papa, is...
The question that we're going to talk about is...
What is the most scared I've ever been? That one leapt off the page for me.
What was my first big trip?
How was the day of your wedding?
I'm going to talk about how I almost died twice in 2 years.
She was telling me her life story, and she didn't know it was me.
That is an absolutely true story.
And I can tell you about it.
Welcome to the Storyworth Podcast. I'm your host, Storyworth co-founder, Krista Baum. Each week on the podcast, we ask questions that help us hold on to a person's life story. We tell stories that help us get to know the people around us, the people in our communities, even better. This week on the show, the story of a man who crossed the U.S.-Mexican border as a child. This is an unforgettable story of a first trip, a harrowing journey that starts with an illegal crossing that ultimately ends in U.S. citizenship.
Okay, my name is Irvin Hernandez Garcia. I'm 34 years old. I'm Mexican. I live in New York since 2006. And I got 3 kids, 13 years old, 5 and 2. And I'm married.
Oh my gosh, the whole range. So we're actually here to talk about the question, tell me about your first big trip.
Well, my first trip was crossing the border from Mexico to Arizona.
Where in Mexico were you born?
I born in Puebla City.
Puebla, okay.
Yeah, 2 hours away from Mexico City.
And what prompted you to come to America?
You know, I have everything in Mexico. My mom was our teacher, and she gave me basically everything. But when I was growing, my dad came to America when I was only 6 years old. At some point, my mom left the country also, and she stayed with my dad here in America. My mom, I see her every 6 months, but I don't see my dad for a long time. So on 2006, it was on January, my mom called, and she said, it's an opportunity to come. She said, whoever want to come, we got the money. And that time, $3,000 for each. Right now, it's over $15,000, $20,000. And she said, it's an opportunity to cross the border. We have a few friends that they're coming in. You guys want to come? We 5 brothers. And the only one as I say yes, because I was very close to my dad. He always called, and I was the only one always when my dad calls, I was there.
Yeah.
And I'm the one who looks like my dad, so that so I think I have a little attached to him. I didn't think twice, and I tell one of my brothers, let's go. And my other brother said, yes, let's go. And we take the travel. I was 15 at that moment.
When you committed to crossing the border, did you know that you were committing to live in America, or did you think it was a visit with Dad?
Well, at that moment, I think I just want to see my dad. I didn't know that I would stay, but I know that it was no returning back for a couple of years.
The day comes, you are packing your bag. What do you pack for this trip?
Well, I didn't pack anything. My grandma packed everything. Only shoes, sneakers, a pair of shirts, water, clothes, and a jacket. It was cold in that month, and that's it. That's all we pack. When I left my town, we went to Mexico City, and from Mexico City we took the plane to this state in Mexico called Hermosillo, Sonora. And from there is the border. You get there and they pick us from the airport, and they took us to a room. And actually we came with some guys that my mom used to live here in New York. Actually, a sister and a brother, they used to live with my mom here in America, and the people who coming with me, it was their brothers and sisters also. You know, she said, these people live in my house, and you coming with their brothers and sisters. So it was like...
Okay, so it's a connection.
Like connection. Yeah, like my mom was not scared because my mom knows about these people. I don't know about them, but I trust my mom. So we came almost same age, and he was an old guy. He was like 35 years old. And I feel secure, because you see a older man, and my mom knows the brother. So I say, okay, we're going to get to the same destination. We get to Hermosillo, and we went to this room. I stayed there 2 nights. And from there, the guy tell everything what we're going to do. When the day comes, it was January 17 of 2006, and it was 9 p.m. at night. So we walk almost 12 hours. It was just desert. And then we stop at the mountains, and we drink some water, we eat a little bit. But it was like kind of fun walk because it was a bunch of people. It was at least 16 people. It was young people like me. It was young girls my age. They have also the parents same like me. They have the mother and the father in California. I get attached to one of the girls, and we always talking, and we give it some advice like, we're gonna get there, don't worry. So that's why I we were always talking with the girls, and it was like fun, just talking, you going here, going there. For me, it was a little fun because I was 15. It was a bunch of girls coming in the same group. So we were talking. It was we were in the desert. We have a few nights in the desert, and I don't know. For me, it was like a little trip, and I have fun. And we were walking. It was like 1 p.m. It was very hot, and I tell the guy, someone is coming, and he said, no one is coming. I tell my brother, I heard horses because I coming from the farm. I know the horses, how the steps and the sounds, and I can hear a horse coming. And I tell my brother, be careful, because my brother, he was a little scared. And 1 hour later, we get the horses in front of us. Well, they're really scared because they came with the horses, very strong, and they tell you to get in the knee and take the shoes out and stuff like that.
So you can't run?
Yeah, that's one of the tricks. The one time you get in the and then when we take the shoes out and everything, they bring us to the car, and they let you put again the shoes and stuff like that. Okay. At that point, when we get arrested by the first time, that's when I get a little scared because I never see a police. I never in my life, even in Mexico, I never get pulled over by nobody.
Do they just spin you around and drop you off at the border? What do they do?
Yeah, they take us and they took us to the immigration center, and then they take fingerprint, name, and they send us back to Mexico.
Okay. They just bust you back?
Yeah, they bust you back. It take us two nights also. So by that time, we get back, we rest. One night, we have a little reunion, and he say about how we're going to do this time, because this time is differently. The guy say, we're going to try now again, now from a different side. The first time we start from Arizona, or we're trying to cross by Arizona. The second time, it was in Texas. In the first try, it was during the day, and the second try, it was at night. So he said, we're gonna be at night, and during the day we're gonna sleep. So let me tell you the second try.
Yes, please.
We follow him, and we try again. And by the border is I don't know if you guys see on the news the wall, the Donald Trump wall now. So it was around there, but and that time it was no wall. But it was some kind of stuff that the immigration put, like rocks and glasses and stuff that you can get hit. And so it was like a little wall that you had to jump. So basically it was like, I don't know, 3 feet or 4 feet. And you had to first get to the wall and then jump. If you jump, and if you don't really see where you're gonna get in that spot, you can get really, really bad. So the guy go first, and the guy was like catching everybody. But if you don't jump on the spot that he is, we can get really hurt.
I mean, did anyone get injured kind of trying to make the leap from this wall?
It was one lady coming pregnant. Me and my brother, we have a good heart, so we wait for her, and we help her to jump first on the wall. We actually tie some of the jackets that we have, so we can bring her down, not jumping. So we do like a kind of like a rope.
As I'm assuming, like rappelling off of the side of a wall.
Yeah, like little by little.
And you're still with 16 people.
Yeah, now at that time I think we were more, over 25 people. We walk, and we make to the first stop. The guy say, we get to a house, and we stay there. It was dark. The house don't have no light, no, the bathroom all dirty, stuff like that. But we make it to the spot. The next day, we have to run and make it through the night. So we keep walking. We still follow him, and then we start hearing some dogs. And then everybody started getting scared again, and me too, because I hear the wolves, and I never heard wolves in my life before. We keep walking, and he said, just keep walking. They're far away. They're not close. And they were very close to us. And like we keep walking 30 minutes, and we get these dogs. The police bring all the dogs like this, like they jump to us and they hold them back. And we all get scared, and we just stay on the floor, and we get arrested again.
Okay. Same process?
Same process. They take us to the immigration police, and we stayed there 1 week because there was no buses. And they only giving you cookies and water, no food. It was only cookies. There was some police that speak Spanish, and they say, don't try it again. Don't try it again.
Do you and your brother ever have a conversation like, is this worth it? Are we going to make it? Like, this is getting to be really, really unpleasant.
When we get arrested, we always call my mom or my dad. And my dad said, are you guys want to still come in? Or you guys just want to go home? And I tell my dad that I want to see them. I said, I want to see you. It's been since I was 6 years old. So it was almost 9 years I don't see my dad. You know, only by picture or by phone, and that time also it was no phones with cameras or FaceTime or what we're doing right now. Plus, $3,000 in that moment in Mexico is a lot of money. For my dad and my mom to spend it is a lot of money. And my mom has to deal with my other 3 brothers in Mexico. So my mom already spent $6,000, and I tell my dad, I'm coming to see you. So my dad say, last chance. He said that. He said, this is the last time you guys try it, and if you guys don't make it, then you just go home, because we're not risking you anymore. I tell my brother, this time we need to cross, you and me. So now they bring us back to the first place that we were. So the guy, the coyote, say this group they need to split, because they see on the second try there's some people more slow than others, and so he keep the faster people in one group. So on the third one he said only the young people they're gonna keep with me, and my group on the third time it was only 8 people. It was this pregnant girl and other 2 girls that they were in my age, me, my brother, and the 2 guys that my mom family. We never get separate from them. No matter where we go, we gotta get back to them. He said, whoever can cross and run, just keep following me. So on January 29, we try again. At 7 p.m. we get pick up with a truck and leave us cross to the border, and from then it was no returning. the guy was very fast. The coyote was like 55 years old, but he was very, very, very fast. And me and my brother in Mexico, we used to run. And, you 15 years old, you run. So me and 2 girls, my brother and 1 guy, we make it. At that night, we get to the Arizona train. We get into the train, and that train take us all the way to Arizona, and that's when I see for first time snow in Arizona. In Mexico, I never see snow, and it was very cold. It was very, very cold, and we don't have enough jackets and pants.
So this is a cross-border train. It's not taking you along the Mexican border.
No. This
and
train
California border. It's crossing the border into Arizona.
Yeah. Yes. This train gets to one part where you need to jump.
And you have to leap from a moving train.
You have to jump from the train.
From the roof or is there a ladder on the side of the car?
From the roof.
From the roof of the train.
To the floor. He said in the beginning, when I say jump, just jump. Don't wait.
What was the mood like on top of the train with all these other people?
On top of the train, it was quiet. It was quiet, and you cannot talk, and also you're always with the head down. Like you just gotta wait until he say, "Let's go," and that's it. And we jump, and it was a lot of grass. Thank God in that moment, it was a lot of grass. I remember, and the snow, so it helps a little bit.
So what is your physical state at this point? Are you like frostbitten? Are you just freezing?
We were freezing. Our hands, it was like my lips, they have some blood because it was ripped. And it was tough. It was tough, but we walked another half hour to get to one of the houses in Arizona.
But this is like a refueling station, somewhere to rest.
Yes.
A safe house,
it's a safe place.
Right?
Yeah, they got shower, they got food, they got everything for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is empty. It's not like somebody lives there and is hosting
no. It's empty, but they have the utilities for people who can come and
okay.
It's a bed, it's TV. When we get into the house, we were so happy. From there, they drive us all the way from there to New Jersey. My dad picked me up in New Jersey. I see my dad, and I just cry and hug him, and we get fast to the car because we cannot really give a big hug because it was an intersection that just drop you off and get in the car and bye-bye. But one time we get home, my dad has an apartment in Bay Ridge, and it was food, and he was happy because he don't see me and my brother for 9 years. So we just we talk about how it was the experience also, and I just sleep with him all night, and like a baby. When I hug my dad.
So what were your next steps? What happened then?
The next day, my dad say, "Don't worry, it's food here. You guys don't need to work. Just enjoy the month." So my dad bring me the second day to buy shoes, clothes. He bring me for first time to see the Madison Square Garden. He took to the city to see a little of New York City and see where he was working, where my mom was working, where some of my uncles here, my aunts. And after that, we start working. Actually, my dad find a job, and we start working in Burger King. But I work in that place, and it was a girl there, and I couldn't talk to her. So for me, it was like, I tell my mom, I need to learn English. I cannot go just work and not talk to people, because these people there and you don't say nothing, And then like 2-3 months later, I tell my mom, nah, this is not what I want. I need to be on the high school. I want to go to high school. So my mom enrolled me to high school, and I went to Fort Hamilton High School here in New York. On 2010, when Barack Obama made the Dream Act, we applied for that. We were very lucky. Actually, me and 2 more brothers, we applied for that, and we get accepted. I just get the green card 2 years ago. I applied 2 years ago, and but I get out from the country on 2016. I went to Mexico with a permit.
So you were able to go back and visit.
Yes.
Well, you have a teenager, right?
Yes. 13.
If you were separated, would you recommend your teen do the same to come see you?
No. I think we are in a different position. She born here, and my kids born here and everything, but no, definitely I would not put them in the risk. At this time, we're talking, now it's 2024. No, way. No, I prefer to go back or leave the country, and no, I would not risk my kids.
When you look back on it, how do you think about this? Like, do you think of it as like, oh my gosh, that was insane? I can't believe my mom let me do that? Or is it like, that was kind of epic?
I don't regret, actually, because if I don't do what I do in that time, probably I don't do what I do now. It's part of that decision that you do. So I don't regret. I think I'm happy that I crossed the border. I'm happy that I came to see my dad. And I'm happy right now with the life that I'm living right now. I grew up with my grandpa, and he always said, whatever you do in life, you have to never regret and just keep forward. We have to do what we have to do to get there. Thank you so much, Christina, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you. That's it for this episode of the Storyworth Podcast. I'm Krista Baum. Thanks so much for listening. If you want to get started writing your own book of life stories, or want to give the gift of Storyworth to a loved one, head over to storyworth.com. And if you want one of your stories to be considered for the podcast, we'd love to hear from you. Reach out to us at storyworth.com/podcast. The Storyworth Podcast was produced by the folks at Good Weight Productions. Remember, everyone has a story worth sharing. See you soon.